Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Russell with Ink and Paper Blog. Hope you're doing well today. Today is going to be a short video. I just wanted to go over with you guys what I got in my May Book of the Month Club and also in my May Moth Box. I'll tell you a little bit about each of those if you guys don't remember, because I have talked about them in the past. But they're pretty exciting. The first half is going to be Book of the Month, and then the second half is going to be Moth Box. If you get Moth Box and you haven't opened yours and you don't want to know what's in the Moth Box, then I would turn it off, and I will see you in my next video after I do Book of the Month. So, Book of the Month Club, just in case you guys don't know, is a subscription service that you can sign up for online. On the first of the month, they have 5 brand new books that you can choose from for your subscription price. And I think the subscription is $9.99 a month for the first 3 months, and then it renews, I think slightly higher, but it's really a great deal for a hardback book. And you get a brand new title. And then the other kind of exciting thing, and I'll talk about one of them here, is that every once in a while they will have a book that you can buy that's not part of the subscription service, but it's only for $10. Or you can buy past books or other books that are available for just $10 for a hardback book. So I think that's really cool, and we'll talk about that a little bit when I do this. So I got 2 books in my Book of the Month Club last month. The first one I picked was Since We Fell by Dennis Lehane. And I actually haven't read anything by Dennis Lehane, but he wrote the book that the movie Mystic River and the movie Shutter Island are based upon, which are 2 movies that I actually like really, really well. So when his book came up and I read what it was about, I was like, you know what, I'm going to give Dennis a chance. So I'm going to read to you what this one's about and then the little card. As I remind you, you always get this little tiny bookmark. I got horrible lighting tonight, I'm sorry. And it's by the person who picked the book, and this is Sarah Weinman. And it says, Dennis Lehane has written the embodiment of the literary thriller, where the plot twists as sharp and fast as your favorite roller coaster, but not until we've come to know and care for Rachel Childs. Savor the novel first, then prepare to keep pace until the very end. Sorry, her handwriting was a little tough to read right there. So let me read you what it's about. After a very public mental breakdown, Rachel Childs, once a tenacious, globetrotting journalist, now lives as a virtual shut-in. In all other respects, however, she enjoys an ideal life with an ideal husband, until a chance encounter on a rainy afternoon causes that ideal life to fray. As does Rachel's marriage, as does Rachel herself. Sucked into conspiracy thick with deception, violence, and possibly madness, Rachel must find the strength within herself to conquer unimaginable fears and mind-altering truths. So I thought that sounded really good. I remember Mystic River and Shutter Island being very suspenseful, and how much I enjoyed watching those movies. So I thought I'd pick that up. So that's Since We Fell by Dennis Lehane, and that was one of my Book of the Month Club books. And then, as I told you, every once in a while they have another book that you can buy for just $9.99 that's not part of it. And last month was Into the Water by Paula Hawkins. Now, probably don't have to talk too much about this book because it's got a lot of hype, but Paula Hawkins is the woman who wrote Girl on a Train, and this is her new book, and I don't know a ton about it, actually. I know it's about a single mother that turns up dead in a pool of water and sort of the investigation into that. I don't want to know too much. I find with sort of these thrillers and stuff, the less you know, the better. But if you really liked Girl on the Train, her new book is out. I know that Simon Savage read this book and actually did an interview with her over where he lives for her book tour, and he really gave it high marks. So that's Into the Water by Paula Hawkins, and those were my 2 Book of the Month Club books. And just so you know, this month I bought 3 because they had the new Arundhati Roy book, and if you haven't read The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy, you must read it. It came out years ago. It won the Booker. It was phenomenal. I got The Impossible Fortress, which was an old Book of the Month Club selection by Jason Rekulak. And then I got, oh my gosh, Chemistry by, I can't remember, but I'll tell you guys about it in another video. So 1 book free because it's my subscription choice, and then each of those other hardbacks were only $9.99 each. So that's 3 books. I can't even imagine. So it's super exciting. So I'm going to open Moth Box now. So if you get Moth Box and you haven't opened it, turn it off. If you don't care to be the surprise to be spoiled, then stay on and let's look at it together. Just for those of you that don't know, Moth Box is a subscription service run by Mercedes over at Mercy's Musing. Once a month, she will send you 2 books from small independent publishers, and it's £20 for the books, and then if you live in America, it's £13 to ship. I put my order in, and it usually ships around the 7th or 8th of the month, and I don't usually get it till around the 20th, but it's fine. It doesn't bother me because it's like a little bit of a birthday present every month. She puts together this little card, and on it, it will tell you something about the 2 books you're going to get. So this one says, this month's Moth Box features 2 wildly different novels. She's good at picking 2 books that are completely different. One of them is an intensely emotional family drama with some shocking twists and turns. The other is a very bizarre mystery story. So what connects the 2 books? Well, at their heart, both of them are about differences people can make to one another, the good and the bad. She's so good. You guys, she's so good. So book 1 has a little quote from the book on it. Inside the glass case, glass creatures, her creatures, 1,000,000 times magnified, exquisite. Strange and so familiar, she cannot help the tears in her eyes. So I don't know what the book is. It comes wrapped like this. And every month she changes the color of the paper, so it's super fun. And again, it's like a birthday present every month. And who doesn't like to open a birthday present and it be a book? So the first book is Starshot by Mary Ann Constantine. Look at that's a great cover. And it says, part fable, part mystery, Starshot is a poignant debut novel set in Cardiff in a time that is almost, but not quite our own. As their paths cross in a circumscribed world of benches, parks, and galleries, a handful of characters reveal stories of obsession, loss, and recovery, creating a fragile network of relationships which will help to resist the inexorable channels of silence eating into the city. Oh, that sounds so good. And it says it's illustrated. Let me see if it has... Oh, it has these little tiny pictures in it. Oh, they're so pretty. They're like little parts of things. So that's Starshot by Mary Ann Constantine. That one sounds so good, and I am in love with that cover. Okay, book 2. Told you it would be a fast video. The quote from this book is, "In case it slipped your mind, dear sir, let me remind you, I am your wife. I know that this once pleased you, and that now, suddenly, it chafes." Well, that's good. That's so good. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so opening number 2, super fast, so you guys don't have to sit and watch me do that. Oh, this one's a good knot, Mercedes. I can't get it off. There we go. So book number 2 in the Moth Box is... Oh, I love it. It's an Europa. I haven't talked to you guys about Europa, but Europa is one of my favorite small independent publishers, and I have actually looked at this book so many times. This is Ties, and it's by Domenico Starnone. Starnone? I'm going to say Starnone. And it says on the back, oh no, it's a flip book. I love Europa editions. Ties is the story of a marriage. Like many marriages, this one has been subject to strain, to attrition, to the burden of routine. Yet it has survived intact. Or so things appear. The rupture in Vanda and Aldo's marriage lies years in the past, but if one looks closely enough, the fissures and fault lines are evident. Their marriage is a cracked vase that may shatter at the slightest touch, or perhaps it is already shattered, and nobody is willing to acknowledge the fact. Oh my God, that's so good. So it is in Italian, and it's translated by Juniper Lahiri. We love her, right? She wrote The Namesake. She wrote, oh my gosh, I'm totally blanking on her. Oh, Interpreter of Maladies. And I can't remember the name of her second short story collection, but it's so good, so good. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this book. That's Ties by Domenico Starnone, and translated from the Italian by Juniper Lahiri. So that's so exciting. So that's the 2 subscription services. I'll link them below. I highly recommend, if you guys are into those things, to get into them. And I will talk to you guys in a couple days with a book haul. So hope everyone is doing well, and I'll see you soon. Bye.